Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, here in the bunker system with Valentine.
Happy Valentine's, everyone!
Little candy hearts, and I was thinking about this the other day. I'm older, and so when I was in elementary school on Valentine's Day, or the teacher had one of those, big giant store-bought packages of Valentines and passed them out, and we all wrote something on them, and then you'd put them back in the bag, and then people would just draw them out. So everyone would have this kind of generic greeting from someone else in the class. Even at the time I thought, well, this is just kind of stupid. So the Valentines, that whole deal was pointless, I thought. Now, but was it pointless? Were those little candy hearts that said, I love you, or you're mine, or be mine? Remember those? And there'd be a big bag of them, and kids would get a handful of them, and they would pass those out. Now, those meant something because you were getting that thought from the person that was giving it to you. So it could be highly uncomfortable. One, if somebody gave you a heart that you thought was creepy, that could be a problem. Or if you gave a heart to someone who thought you were creepy. Or worse yet, you could get no hearts from anybody. Nobody would give a f***. Oh, cut that out. I said I wouldn't say that anymore. Okay. So now to the camera saga. Oh man. So I had the Samsung standard definition camera, okay? It's also the videos. I was very pleased with it. It had this little neat anti-shaking function, which would actually shake when you moved your head fast, so it actually made it look like somebody was holding the camera. Not that I just do all of these completely by myself in isolation, these videos. No siree. Well, okay, 95% of them I do. And a 10-minute video, like raw footage, it would be in, what's that, H.26 something 5, 4, I can't remember the code. There's a sticker on the side of the camera that says YouTube, okay? And it would take about, at the most, with my machine, which is a current model Quad 4 tower in the standard configuration, which means I didn't buy any extra RAM. I'm probably going to do that now, but it would take, I don't know, 20, 24 minutes to process all that, okay? And then I could edit and do things in the overlay junk and all, it was bearable. The whole process of working on a video was bearable. But now, with this new camera, I've got to convert the video. Okay, so there's my, for 10 minutes, like about 17 minutes right off the top, just to convert it from that format, MTS. It's in HD. I'm saving it as HD and not standard format. So, because I wanted to experiment with that, right? 10 minutes and 20, maybe 10 and a half minutes of video. It took my machine 4 hours to process that. 4 hours. I couldn't believe it. So, so I have to talk much faster and cut my videos down. That's not going to happen. Or I'm probably going to go back to standard video. Because I know, hell. And so, but the results are very clear, and it's kind of neat, for some things, like the winter photo thing, that worked out really well. Quickly, so I don't have to wait 1,000 hours for this. So anyway, the point is that just for these talking head videos, I may go back to standard definition, just because what's the point, right? There is none. In fact, most of us, including me, would never watch anything in HD. Because it's it comes up in the low resolution, I think. Isn't that the default 360 or something like that? And it goes to 480 and 720. There's 3. And I suppose if you're really, really interested in something, you may watch in HD. But really, how many of us are really, really that interested in anything? I don't know what I'm saying. Ooh, look, at HD, you can tell I should have shaved today. Okay. So getting on to the last point. I don't know. I made a lot of videos in the past 3 days. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting compulsive again about this. I don't know. But what I'm really compulsive about, more compulsive than doing this, and the art, which is kind of sat for a month and a half now, I got to get back into it, is putting my Oddball record and private press record collection on my blog. I'm going to put the blog link over here. And so this is just, okay, but it's mostly these, I really look for local Cincinnati area records. just so I do something that nobody else has, had a chance to enjoy yet. I can share that local press. So that would include Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Covington, Newport, in Indiana, and Dayton, around in that, Lexington, Louisville, those cities. And there was quite an active recording business in town in this area. So there's lots of stuff out there. So there's some of that, and there's some stuff I find just, it's from other places that are private press, oddball or wacky, and some of it is just amazingly bizarre, and some of it is unique and very interesting, and some of it's just great. You can't believe that. Where did these people? That's the sad thing about it, is some of it is just so amazing that you got to feel sad, because I don't know if these people ever had a chance to reap any benefits, any rewards from all the effort and all the talent that they had. Oh well. That's life. Alrighty, so check that out, and here's a few, wait a minute, I'm just going to stick a few album covers on in this video with some music from, I think, Oops, There's a Smile Coming, or You Almost Smiled, or something like that, this religious LP I recorded last night. Oh my God. So if you go to my blog, so what I do is I look at the album cover, and I'm not making up stories. Sometimes I try to fill in the blanks when there's something a little bit odd, they're usually musicians, and they don't think in terms of, the initial impact on the public is the cover, and you should put some effort into the cover because they're musicians. It's like the music's important, right? Who cares about the album cover, So they could be hysterical. So there's just funny album covers, and everything dates itself. So an album cover from the 70s with people, dressed up in funny fashion was at the time, like if you're on the road performing, it was kind of like a cool thing. But now it's just ridiculous. Okay, so everything ages not very gracefully, frankly, and you can get some entertainment value out of it. So I don't know, what am I saying? I don't know, cut all that out. I'm no more afraid now than when you click the clicky thing. See you folks, thanks a lot.
Jesus takes a frown and he turns it upside down, and oops, there comes a smile. When I'm very sad, Jesus makes me glad, and oops, there comes a smile. When I am downhearted and don't know what to do, then the love of Jesus comes a-shining through. Jesus takes a frown and he turns it upside down, and oops, there comes a smile. When I am downhearted and don't know what to do, then the love of Jesus comes a-shining through.